Hello everybody, how are you doing? I am here tonight to talk to you a little bit about the Mid-Ohio Valley Pin Turners Gathering, which will be happening this weekend, September 10th and 11th, 2022. Now, if you're not into hearing about the show, I completely understand. You may want to go ahead and move off of this video and catch up on one of your other favorite YouTubers. But if you'd like to hear a little about the show, that's what I want to talk about today. I know that a lot of you are saying, wow, it's short notice, I can't make it this year. And I understand that, but I want to talk about the show before the show, maybe do some footage during the show if I can, and talk about it after the show, because I want you guys to understand how incredible these shows are, how much fun they are, how much benefit you as a pin turner will get from them. And I want to encourage you, if you can't make this one, that's great. There are at least half a dozen others across the United States. There's one in California, there's one in Nashville. They're all over the place. Try to get out and go to one of these shows. And I'll explain why a little bit later, but I've got some notes. We're going to cover some stuff. I already mentioned that this show is going to happen September 10th and 11th, 2022. This show comes around every September, about mid-month. There is a website. It is www.movptg.com. Stands for Mid-Ohio Valley Pin Turners Gathering, and I'm sure I put that on the screen up above there. The website has recently been updated. It got a little bit behind, and Jason apologized for that. He and his wife owns a business, and Jason works for her, and they travel the country going to all of these wood pin turning shows and wood turning shows, and they sell supplies. And he just was so busy with traveling, this has been a busy time of year, that he wasn't able to keep it updated. He feels bad about that, but he has got in there, he has got it updated. If you're on Facebook, Jason does a lot of short videos. There's a Movptg. You can search that up on Facebook, and you can kind of follow along there too, and I encourage you to do that. This year, the show, get your phone out. Get this address. I'm going to put it in the description so you can read it instead of me just saying it. But look up, this part won't be in there, but the Grand Point Conference and Reception Center. It is at 1500 Grand Central Avenue, STE, don't know what that stands for, 118, Vienna, West Virginia, 26105. Now, what I'm encouraging you to do is pause the video, jump into the description, get your phone out, pull up your favorite map application. I love Waze. Some people like MapQuest. They're both pretty darn good. I think they're even owned by the same company now. I think Google bought Waze, if I'm not mistaken. Plug that address in, see how far it is from your home. I'm traveling 6 hours to get there. I know guys that travel farther than that. That's how much fun these shows are. And I can't stress that enough. You're going to go there. You're going to meet like-minded people who are as passionate about your hobby as you are. You're going to meet vendors who are turners, who are as passionate about your hobby as you are, who are selling equipment that they use, can tell you how to use, and they're mom and pop shops. They're going to give you great advice. There are blank makers there. There are people who make finishes. There are so many people at these shows who are vendors. Not to mention there are demonstrators. You're going to learn some things while you're at the show. You're going to make fast friends that you can come back and visit every single year. People you can exchange text IDs with or DM messages with, ask questions to learn from. There is so much to be gained from the show. The doors open at 8 a.m. on both days. I believe it closes at 5. That wasn't on the website, so I'm not 100% sure. Registration fee is $35. That gets you both days. If you only come one day, it's $35. You come both days, it's $35. It is money well spent. If you just sit through a couple of the demonstrations and just walk through the sales floor and see the products, this isn't like a big box store catalog where you get it and they got a bunch of stuff and some of it's kind of cheaply Chinese made stuff. This is quality equipment that these people use and can tell you how to use. And you're going to see so much more than you will ever see in a big box catalog. It'll blow your mind. Let's talk about some of the demos. There's a fellow named Jason Robinson. He's going to be doing a Beyond the Kit video. Now, I don't know the details of the video, but Beyond a Kit to me says probably bespoke, artisan, or kitless. I don't know what term you prefer, so I'm going to use all three. So I'm going to guess on that. We got segmenting by Scott Vaughn. That sounds pretty cool. I don't exactly know what he'll be demonstrating, but I love segmenting pins. There's so much to be learned from segmenting. Everybody has different techniques, different tricks, and you can really gain a great deal of knowledge by attending a demo like this. There's some guy named Bob Blanford, never heard of the guy. He's going to be doing a demo called What Could Go Wrong. Now, it's really about preparing pins, pin blanks to turn, about turning, issues that happen. It's also a lot of tips and tricks to help you with your turning. So I hope you can find something useful in that demo. I think it's going to be a pretty good one. I just got done practicing it. It's about an hour long. May take a few minutes more if there's some questions. We've got Steampunk Polyclay by Brian Smith. So think about that. Steampunk, which is a whole genre to itself, polymer clay. That's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. I don't know what to expect, but that sounds pretty darn awesome. We got Inlay Blanks by Kayla Cooper. Now, I don't know if you guys know Kayla, but I've got a blank of hers I bought several years back at the show, and I've just never turned it. It's got flowers in it, and it's clear resin, and I've had a hard time turning it because I don't want to run a tube up the middle and destroy it. So I was looking for something like a honey dibber or something, maybe just to make a handle out of it, and I just never got around to it. But the blank's gorgeous. She makes beautiful blanks, and I'm sure her demo will be one not to be missed. We got Pop Top Blanks, Pouring and Turning by Ashley Schumann. Now, I made a couple of Pop Top blanks years ago, but that sounds pretty cool if you're interested in casting. And I've got a couple of friends who are trying to get into it. They want to make some bottle cap blanks. Matter of fact, I'm bringing a good buddy of mine a baggie full of soda blanks. So I'm sure he'll be setting through that demo. That sounds like a good one. And finally, we've got Turning a Bottle Stopper with Emmett Newsom. Now, Emmett's a buddy of mine. And, oh, shucks, I just forgot the name of the bottle stopper company. Dang it, forgot the name of it. But should be a good video. I'm sorry, a good demo. And there could be one or two more. There could be one of these that happens more than one day. I don't know what to expect. You know, Jason's going to kind of mix it up. But there are some great demos there. Any one of those demos alone is worth 35 bucks, okay? So consider, if you can drive there and back in a day, consider going. If you're willing to shoot for a night in a hotel, consider going. You will not regret visiting this show. I can guarantee that. Let's talk about a few of the vendors. Now, some of these vendors you'll be familiar with, some you won't. We have BRS Creations, Blank Works, Crosscut Creations. That's Robert Dudinsky. A lot of you guys have heard me talk about him before. I've turned a number of his blanks on this show. He's a very good friend of mine. We've got Leaping Lemur, Mark Warnow, Stadium Pin Blanks. He's always got some cool stuff, man. That's Mike Harden. And he goes and he buys, like they take the old wooden seats out of stadiums. He'll buy them, cut them up into blanks, and you get a certificate of authenticity from the stadium it's from. I've bought Notre Dame blanks from him. He's had them before from, I think, Dallas Cowboys Stadium. Some of them are plastic that are ground up, and I guess he puts them in a resin. Very cool stuff. And he also sells some amazing finishes, craft coat and some other stuff like that. Speakeasy Pin Emporium and Supply Company. That's Jason Rose, Jess Rose's business. Jason Rose works for her. Now, those guys, I believe, are going to have some of my blanks for sale this weekend if I get in the house here shortly and dig them out for them. But I think they're going to attempt to sell a few of my blanks, so stop by and see those guys. We've got the Classic Nib / Arizona Silhouettes. Great people there. That's Nels and Debbie. They are fantastic. One of the top companies that I love to buy from. Great customer service, great products, and great people. We've got Flower Girl Blanks. I am going to make an assumption that that's Kayla Cooper. I hope that it is. If not, I'm sorry, but I do believe it is. We've got Diamond Cast. That's Tim. Oh shoot, I just went blank on his last name, but it'll come to me in a minute. He makes, this is a patented process, okay? Top secret. He won't tell you how to make them. Don't say, how do you do this? Because it's none of your business, right? But he makes all different color blanks, and he has diamond chips in them. They are beautiful blanks. And he's probably going to ride my butt again this year because I buy from them. I buy from them almost every year, and I've never turned one. I keep saying, I'm going to turn a bespoke pin. I'm going to turn a bespoke pin, and I've just never done it. I've even bought one, the color of my car, to turn me a kitless artisan bespoke pin to match my car, and I have not done it. and I've got to get on the ball, and I deserve all of the harassment I get from him, and I'll take it. Drop Anchor Creations, love those folks. I've bought a ton of blanks from them. You've seen me turn them on the channel here. They do a lot of cast blanks where they'll have like, oh my gosh, firefighter and all different types of things, right? And they're cast in resin, clear resin, beautiful blanks. Check those guys out. We've got Ohio Pen Works, and we've got Paul's Lathe Works. Now, some of these companies I'm unfamiliar with, but I'm excited to go there this year and meet them and see what they've got. A lot of great vendors. These will be available all day on the sales floor. There's going to be a one-on-one class. So far, I only know of one-on-one class that's going to be happening, and it's Steve Miracle, and he's going to be doing bespoke pens, artisan pens or kitless pens, depending on what you want to call them. He's going to do a demo or a class with clip and one without clip. Now, you got to sign up for those. They are an extra fee. I don't know what that is right now, but you know, he can tell you when you get to the show, and I hope his class doesn't fill up. I hope you get a chance to take it. A couple of other things, okay? This is a pretty neat show because this is a 3-room venue. They have one room where they do demos. They have a very large room, about twice the size, maybe 2.5 times, where they do vendors. And then there's a third room where they'll have plastic on the floor, tables and lathes set up, and you can literally go in there and turn. And last year I spent a little time in there turning with some folks, and it's a great place just to go and learn, experiment, buy a blank, a tool, test it out. I love it in there. A couple other things going on. If you come to the show, bring a blank and bring a kit. There's going to be 2 barrels there. One is full of blanks, one is full of kits. You drop your blank in one, you get a ticket. You drop your kit in the other, you get a ticket. At the end of the day, or at the end of the show, they draw, and if your number comes out, you get every kit in that barrel or every blank in that barrel. That is cool, and you can end up turning for a long time if you win that one. This is kind of unbelievable. There's door prizes and giveaways. There'll be some, you'll get a ticket when you get there for door prizes, and then you can buy raffle tickets on other items. They're going to have a ton of stuff. All of the vendors donate items. Jason has been going around gathering stuff from companies for months. He's going to have 5 lathes there to give away. 5 lathes. Last year, my mind was blown at 4. He upped it this year. There's going to be 5 lathes given away at this show. Think about that. You go to a show for $35, you could go home with a lathe. Pretty incredible. Going to be a bandsaw given away and more to be announced. Giveaways will happen all during the show. The show will be going on, and Jason will say, hey, everybody, pay attention to you. He's on the microphone. We're going to do a giveaway. He'll give a couple things away, and then they'll go on about the show for a little bit, and they'll do it again. And at the end of the show, they're going to give away a lot of the big prizes. There's going to be a tool sale this year. Now, I don't know all the particulars. There was a gentleman who passed away, and Jason is helping his wife sell his tools. And the way this is going to work is, and I'm just going to throw this, I don't know, he's going to have tool A, right? Maybe it's a bandsaw. I'm just going to throw that out. I don't know if it is or not. And the deal is, you can buy that bandsaw for $100. Now, that bandsaw may be worth $300, $400, $500. I don't know. But you buy a ticket. And if they draw your ticket number, that ticket says, I'm willing to give you $100 for that saw. So it's going to be a bargain basement price on the saw, but you got to buy a ticket to win it. And the idea is Jason had is he wants to raise money to give back to the widow. So the hope is you're going to buy the saw for $100, but maybe he could sell $100, $150 worth of tickets. So he can give her $200, $250, for her husband, her deceased husband's tools. So get involved in that. That's a great cause. And let's see if we can't raise a little bit of money for her. Let's talk about attendance. The first year we had this show, we had a little over 100, maybe 150 people. Second year, more than that. Third year, Jason realized the venue wasn't going to cut it. He moved to this bigger venue. COVID hit a couple of years ago, and attendance has been in the toilet. Maybe another 150 people, about what it was the first couple of shows. I think next year, Jason's going to have to go back to the original place we had it, which is a much smaller venue. And I really hate that, because what that means is we're going to have to cut the number of vendors probably in half, maybe a little more. It also means the demo room and the sales floor are in the same area. So what that means is every time a demo starts, the sales floor has to shut down. So maybe you're interested in 3 out of 5 demos. The 2 you're not interested in, you want to go shop tools, you can't do it. Also, it makes it difficult. There won't be a turning room there. So you can't do classes, you can't turn, you can't just talk lathes with people. Guys, these type of shows are important to people like us. And when I say guys, I do apologize. Women, men, I have so many friends who are female turners. I want everybody to know how important these shows are. You need to get out and go to them. This show, any other show, you need to be there. 35 bucks is nothing. Yeah, you're going to spend a couple of bucks for gas, food, maybe a hotel. Sell some of your pins. Save your money. Prepare for these shows next year and go. Let's bust some attendance records and let's force him to get an even bigger venue, because a bigger venue means more vendors, okay? And you need those vendors. That's how you make your contacts. That's how you find the stuff you want. There are people there who will do custom work for you. You need this. And if we have to downsize, we're not going to get the vendors. They're going to go somewhere else. People are not going to be happy because the show is small. It's going to hurt the show, and I'm afraid it'll continue to decline. If you can make it, please come to the show. I'm going to be there. I'm nobody important, but I'll be there. I will shake your hand, personally talk to you, swap stories, whatever. You're going to have a great time. You're not only going to meet me, you're going to meet a ton of other people who are great people, and you are going to have the best weekend you've had in a long time. COVID is dying off. It's still there. Wear a mask if you're nervous about it. We're not going to make fun of you. We're not going to pick on you. Come on in. Keep a little bottle of Purell in your pocket. Shake my hand and Purell your hand. It ain't going to bother me a bit. I'd rather see you there, enjoying the show and building this show up, because it's important. I want you guys to come out and enjoy the show. Long video. My rant is over. I hope you enjoy what I have here, what I've told you about. It's going to be great. I want you to know that you are always welcome in my shop. And on the 10th and 11th of September 2022, my shop is going to be in, I almost said Belpre, Ohio. It's going to be in Vienna, West Virginia. I will hope to see you there, and you are welcome in that shop. Come see me. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.